Here's the tail of the tape for the grand finals of the Back to Warcraft NA LUL Cup. Number 10. Hitman vs. Hunter. Last week, we didn't get to cast the series, but Hitman was eliminated in the tournament by Hunter. Hunter, who went on to the grand finals. Played Pato. You can find that series on the YouTube. Quite a good series. Quite a good series indeed. Won all 5 games. Will this go all 5 games? I don't know. I don't know. Hunter, from the players in North and South America, I mean, 32% win rate against Hitman. Not many people have that. I mean, it would be only probably Cruncher that would have anything close to that. Probably only Cruncher that would have close to that. I wonder, actually. We can figure this out really quick. We got a couple seconds before the game starts. Let's see. If I do this, 40%. See? And then people like, let's see, if I do this, 14, and then what, maybe like Kiwi? 18. And then what about like 6? Yeah, see, so it's really only, what about, sorry, Lotto, just kidding. So it's really only Hunter and Cruncher that are anywhere near this. Map number 1 is Twisted Meadows. Here we go into game number 1. Here's Keeper in the upper left. Hunter going Keeper in the upper left. And Hitman. I was thrown off by this intro because I saw him going Farseer. I was like, what the hell? I don't think Farseer is good against Night Elf in particular. I don't think Hitman thinks this either. But maybe Twisted Meadows is something you can do with it. Maybe it's the scouting that you need with the Farseer in order to not get tricked. And wow, if Hunter gets this whole camp, gets a priest, this Farseer is going to be more than useless. But only slightly more than useless. Those are the 2 worst items Hunter could have found. And the Farseer doing a lot of scouting. Wolf at each shop, and Farseer goes forward, but he's going to miss it entirely. I mean, this is honestly... If it wasn't Hitman, I would say this is almost game over. Okay, gets the last hit, though. That's quite a big deal. Oh, Wisp could have double detonated, but the Priest is just good enough anyway. And this Grunt will die, but it's going to take a lot of mana. Wisp lives. So Grunt does go down. Lost a couple of entangles, though. And Hunter in a great position. Ceiling being used. I guess if it's used like that, just for a little bit more entangles. Not too bad. Not like you're ever going to stop the Farseer from having a set of wolves, really. But...
A player's forces are under attack.
Hitman, we'll see how he plays it on tier 2. I'll let you know. I'll let you know if I agree with how he plays it on tier 2 or not, okay? I'll let you guys know, but we'll see what he does first. I'm gonna pull the Merc Camp. I guess he's gotta buy a Berserker Priest in order to creep this. And he doesn't have any more mana for wolves. He summoned 1 set, used it to pull, and that's it. So this is gonna be not the easiest camp to creep. He's gonna take a lot of damage. Oh, he just wanted the mercenaries. Okay. Never mind then. Never mind then. Woo. A little bit of XP, and Hunter... Oh, he's just gonna creep the Merc Camp himself. Like I said, I mean, this game might already be over. That's just how TM can go sometimes, honestly. Honestly. Vader mana? No, Scroll the Beast. Again, terrible items for Hunter. But he could use the Scroll the Beast to push at tier 2. If he wanted to pick up something like a Naga and just try to end the game right there, he might be able to end the game right there. Keeper at level 3. Blessing used again. Could have used it on the priest instead. Would have mean there's no more abolish. Oh my god, Spirit Lodge can't. This is just Hunter owning him. Scroll the Beast. Oh my god, he's just winning right here, I think. Shadowhunter on the way, Burrow down. There's no tech buildings for Hitman. He kills an archer. There's level 2 at least. Another set of wolves, but there's a priest abolish ready. This has honestly been done since the Merc Camp creep. Double lures on the way. Okay, Hitman given a little bit of space to breathe, but he still needs tech buildings. And yeah, this has already been crept, my friend. Already been crept. Panda second now. This is why I tend to like just creeping with Farseer, because then at least you're like 2.7 and they're level 3, or maybe 2.5 and you're level 3. You can more easily defend this sort of pressure, especially if you're both level 3, and then you kind of destroy this sort of pressure. And it's not as though Hitman was able to stop the Keeper from getting level 3 anyway on this map. Knight Silisk. For full mana. On the prowl, and... what a prowl it was. Oh my god. Wants to kill the priest before TPing, but not able to? No, definitely not able to with that breath that was incoming. Bought a little bit of time and space for the Shadowhunter, I guess. And it's going to be level 3 in no time. And yeah, just Mass Dryads, question mark, and end the game? Probably what Hunter's going to try to do. Hitman has to try to get Shadow level 3 and get a Great Hall up and hold that Great Hall. Oh, Entangle, Treants. Kind of a waste of mana, really. The Shadowhunter's just getting free creeping at the same time, and he's got a heal wave if he ever needs it. Like, that's just a whole Keeper mana pool for not really anything. Panda's at least able to get level 3. And then does Hunter just go? Because he's not teching tier 3. He's also not building units, but that's just a mistake. And no town portal. Needs to get a heal scroll, maybe even 2. But he's also going to need a town portal. He will get Shadow level 3. And I guess he's just got to not have a heal scroll in this fight. And go for the TP. One thing going his way is the Panda's not 3 yet, and the Keeper is out of mana. And not town portaling? Really? He's gonna lose his shop. Guess even if he TP, would he be able to hold? Is the real question. Level 3 on the Panda, and every burrow is gonna fall. Hitman should be able to force this TP, but the question is how much damage has Hunter done? A lot. A whole lot. Okay, Hitman. Rebuilding 2 burrows. That'll put him at 31 and 39 out of 31. He keeps on creeping. At least Hunter doesn't have an expansion, but he's going tier 3 behind this. Oh, and Hitman is getting a Great Hall up, so if Hunter doesn't scout that, there is a world in which Hitman can come back if this Great Hall gets up, and Hunter gives him a little bit of space, but Hunter doesn't seem to be wanting to give him any space. He buys potions and just goes straight cross map again. Man, should be trying to scout with wolves if he can. But he's not. Ooh, is Hitman gonna start creeping before he sees Hunter? Yeah, he will. Hunter goes for the obvious creep jack, which, if he was a little bit quicker, would have been. Drop is canceled. No reinforced defenses can be afforded just yet. Okay, so this Great Hall will get up. And Hitman almost gets level 4. And I think a Pendant of Energy there?
A player's force.
I really think Hitman can... Okay, if he doesn't lose his CORSAIR like this, he can win this fight. And if he wins this fight, his burrows are being rebuilt. He's going to have enough lumber soon. And his Great Hall is going to get up. Like, this isn't an unwinnable fight if he can make it through the Panda's mana pool. Okay, which he actually can't do. Never mind. He's got no heal scroll. The Panda's got a ton of breaths of fire, so... Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. He's literally just focus firing the Panda with everything. Yeah, that's game over. That is game over. Thought there was a small chance Hitman could win that fight, but as soon as the Panda used any mana, it was game over. Nice game from Hunter. Looked pretty easy. And Twisted Meadows is the strongest map in the pool currently for Night Elf, so as expected, I suppose. What were the map vetoes? I don't know. Hunter probably vetoed Northern Isles, and then Hitman probably vetoed, what, like Rusty Creek? Probably. Yeah, 1-0 for Hunter. Going into... Was it Northern Isles? I figured that would have been vetoed, but... Maybe EI and RC were vetoed then? Maybe LR would have been vetoed? No, probably not LR for Hitman. I wouldn't expect that. But game 2, Northern Isles, a strong Orc map this time around. At least a weaker Night Elf map. Maybe not a strong Orc map, but... Worse for Hunter, for sure, than Twisted Meadows is. Here we go. Hitman. He's not going to play Farseer on any other map. It was only on Twisted Meadows that he thought it maybe could work, but... Merc Camp. What are you supposed to do? He's got a Merc Camp. Yeah, surprised Hitman scouted the way he did, thinking back to it with the Wolves. Does he not realize TM is forced cross-spawn? Because he sent Wolves to, like, the shops, which is, you know, like a sneaky camp to creep, but Hunter's not going to be pulling out tricks like that in game 1, I don't think. So he should just send a wolf to the Merc camp and then send the Farseer to the greens. And then he would have been able to maybe stop it a little better, but whatever. Blade versus Keeper now. I think Hitman could have won that fight in his main base if he had a shop and he had a burrow forward and he had some space to micro back, but like into the back of his base. But like in an open field when the Panda just owns you, it's looks like that. Much different game here though. Much different game. Much more standard, I would have to expect.
Forces are under attack.
Hunter seems like, yeah, it's going to be standard for Hunter. No second Moonwall yet. That's going to mean a Hunter's Hall is coming up. It's going to be... Although he did play standard against Insup and then transitioned to Demon Hunter double lore on springtime, so that could be what Hunter's playing, but there's the Hunter's Hall. So Hunter's Hall, 2 well tech. We'll see if we can scout an expansion round here eventually, or if it will just be some sort of tier 2 play from Hunter. Hitman crit first? No, he actually did go for Windwalk. Expecting to maybe not be able to get level 2 this game. Hunter goes a little bit aggressive. Greater mana for Hunter. No one's complaining about that, except for maybe Hitman. This new patch note, that comes out tomorrow.
Players' forces are under attack.
And Wisp detonates. Can't see what that is for Hunter. Slippers. Not useful, but maybe on the Demon Hunter later, if that's the strat Hunter decides to go for. He gets wards, arguably better than illusions. And Grunt could fall if Hitman doesn't react perfectly. And reacts kind of on time. Yeah, is on time. Wow. Just barely. He could have even been a little bit faster, too. Yeah, there's not going to be enough damage for Hunter to get this kill. Or will there be? He's going to have to use the greater mana if he wants it. Okay, uses the greater mana. Hitman with the 2-hit deny. So Hitman gets the archer and denies the grunt, and the greater mana already gone. I would say that's kind of fine for Hitman. But it's hard for Hunter to not use the greater mana there. Like, you have it. The grunt could die. If not, you're out of mana and have to go all the way back home. You still have a decent amount of health. Like, it's super tempting to use that greater mana. It might be the right play. But the right play doesn't always mean you're ahead because you made it. Who's Hunter? Does he stream? I think he sometimes streams, yeah. Would be like Peru Hunter, I think, would be the stream name. In the middle. Grunt scouts a little bit for APs, but won't find one. Remembering Hunter, or it was Dice actually that had a lot of success with the hidden single AP against Hitman. I think won 2 games with that. Gauntlets. And Hunter is going to be playing perhaps straight tier 3 Huntresses? No, he's going to play double lords with Demon Hunter, right? Yeah, three hunts, Uproots Ancient of War. Oh, 4 hunts and Uproots Ancient of War. The shop timing is a bit weird, though, but I think this is going to be double lore with a Demon Hunter second. I think. Scroll used. Scroll to beast picked up. Hunter's gonna steal away. The first camp, Shadow Hunter would have crept. Oh, Blaze here, and he's here on time. Oh my god, he gets the ring. Shadow goes Hex first, maybe? If he goes Hex first, he can kill 2 Huntresses. Does he know they're Shadow melded? No, it goes Wards, okay. And there's the Demon Hunter. There's the single lore into tier 3. Wow. Hitman's going to have a lot of space to creep this Shadow. So much space, I wouldn't be surprised to see him be able to have a level 3 Shadow timing where he just all-ins. Because it's going to be not the strongest army for quite a while, especially if this level 3 Blade scouts the main base and sees the lores and sees the tier 3 tech. Again, Blade's going to be on time to steal this. Does he have enough inventory space? Yes, he does. No Sentinel for Hunter. Ooh, wait a second. He breaks Windwalk, mana burn, 70 mana. Oh, he tried to time in the dust, but he didn't. Hunter's going to get that. He gets Talisman. Unfortunate. Does the Blade know about the lores? Oh, I guess he saw the Demon Hunter, so yes, he does know about the lores, of course. Or the winds, but you could probably assume it's going to be lores, because there's Huntresses. Next Dust is going to be here, but the Blade's on top. Can be mana burn, though, easily, because the Null Overseer doesn't have mana. Makes it a lot easier to do that. Is this Entangle going to be... Okay, he just picks up the item. Doesn't get the last hit. This Blade has been really annoying for Hunter to deal with. That's just the power of level 3 Blade early on. Also, do you see too often against Night Elf, really? something Focus did a lot. Something Hitman's been doing a bit more. Maybe something Focus does a lot still, I'm not sure. Hunter's quite low. And then almost gets the last hit, but again, just is super annoying. Pendant of Energy. This 100's gonna go down. This one might go down. Wind Rider does land, yeah. The Ancient Warrior, yeah, Hitman's kind of dominating this game. Kind of dominating this game. And that's just because Hunter went for such a weird strat. This is why Bears aren't typically that good, and Dryads are better, because you have actually more of a fighting army. And, you know, at this level, even if your army is a lot stronger later on, your opponent's going to get so much done in the mid-game that it doesn't even make your army that strong. Because you just get creep jacked, you lose units, your opponent gets higher levels, they get better items, they have more gold from creeping more. This is all because your army isn't strong enough at the time it needs to be, which is, you know, the 7, 8, 9, 10 minute mark in the game. Really crucial time. Now Hitman could probably just run at him if he wanted to, but of course he's going to play the map control game, going to get the expansion up. That's the safest way to secure the game. Double heal scroll probably as well. Scroll the Beast could be sold. I'm gonna keep it though. Might as well. You can use it right now for this fight. Oh no, he did sell it, did he? No, he passed it over. Marketplace. A few decent items. Nothing really worth Hunter's while. Wind Rider lives. Scroll the Beast wasn't used. Now or never, my man. There's gonna be wisps in the next fight. Wind Rider goes down. Raider lives. Well, Hunter has no TP. Oh, okay. Well, I guess the game is just over because this keeper is dead. And now the Demon Hunter has a potion, but how many purges are there? Not enough, actually. Not enough. But the expansion behind this is going to get up for Hitman. And Hunter, 1,000 gold? 1,000 gold with the orb already purchased? He's going Mountain Giant upgrades? Hunter? What's going on, my man? Let's talk about it. I mean, maybe the Mountain Giant upgrades are saying, like, okay, I've definitely lost, but if he leaves me alone, that's the way I can win. But Hitman's not going to leave him alone. He's got a replenishment potion even to get more wards down. Dude. This is a great haul sort of game, and yeah, GG. Nice game from Hitman. They've both now had pretty dominant games apiece, and on maps where they should be dominant, I would say. So we'll see. Map 3, a more even map. What happens? Oh, it's actually going to be Last Refuge. Hard to say who Last Refuge is better for. I think it depends on the skill level. I think at this skill level, probably a better Orc map, but the lower you go, the better for Night Elf it becomes. Just because it's good for Demon Hunter, of course. Carson is Canada's main export. The only reason the country isn't starving? Possibly. Possibly. Alright, and here we go into game number 3. Everybody have some water first, though. Everybody have some water first. Water bottle drips on my leg every time I take a sip. Alright, Last Refuge. Who is going to have series point? One of these two will, after this game. Where is the... Hold up a second. There we go. There it is. Here's game 3. Hunter, bottom left. Right, Hitman Hunter. Will he go for the Demon Hunter? He went for the Keeper versus Insup earlier. But Insup went for the Farseer, which made it a very weird matchup. But Blade against Keeper on this map is good for the Blade. Demon Hunter, first blade on this map, gets a little wacky, especially when Hitman's on the other end. So expect a blade here. Expect a Demon Hunter here. Yeah, there it is. So we'll probably be Demon Hunter Talons, which I like watching Hitman play against DH Talons. Best of 5? Yes. Finals? Yes. Correct. Finals? Best of 5. There's the info. There's the info. Hey, Majambo. 240. I think you got the 2 and the 4 reverse there. Thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate you. There's always a better day-night when there's Warcraft involved. Absolutely. Appreciate you. And there's the blade scouted. The Demon Hunter has not been scouted, but maybe Hitman can assume that it is a Demon Hunter. So Hunter, I think, has played in the past versus him. And Ring, definitely the better items for Hitman. And Hunter does not detonate. He could have maybe understood there that the Wisp was going to die no matter what. Speed Scroll. Did he waste too much time killing the Wisp to get this last hit? Especially with that mana burn. Oh, it's going to be really close. And Hunter doesn't get it. The timing on that's outrageous. And Hitman even gets his next Windwalk off. Holy hell. That's pretty crazy. Consider getting a better camera sometime. The issue with getting a better camera is the next step up from this camera is like $3,000. So it's like there's no upgrade or $3,000. That's the issue with cameras. I could do some things to make it look better, but it never tends to work too well. It's like better lighting helps. Maybe cleaning it so it doesn't have dirt all over it helps. Some better settings helps. But honestly, to upgrade, it's a huge investment from any tier above this. Which is just the unfortunate thing with cameras. And Archer probably not going to get the last hit. Punishment Potion. And wards. Whereas with microphones, it's not so true. Like, my old microphone I used when I first started casting on this channel was like $100. It was a 58. SM58. Pretty standard. And like that you could use that mic forever. And if you go even cheaper, you get mics that are kind of acceptable, but kind of shitty past that point. And then you go, there's many tiers up to, you know, mics even more expensive than this one. But for cameras, it's just not the same. Not the same. Map hack? Yeah, Hitman does map hack. In fact, I installed it on his computer for him. And Hitman... Dude, his blade has been pretty ridiculous with these last hits, this whole series. And Hitman's kind of owning, no? Is he kind of owning this game? I think he's kind of owning this game. Oh, grunt block. Oh my god, with a perfect block, he could force the TP. Sends the grunt back while still blocking. Okay, but doesn't force the TP. Ancient War is going to die, though. And TC, Bestiary Warmill. The standard Hitman approach, the Raider hit and run style. And actually, Lore's coming up, so Hitman's going to have a different reaction after scouting this than he would have against Talons. And that lore will give it away, I'm pretty sure. What do you have now? I have the Logitech Brio. Which I think is like the most expensive webcam that isn't like DSLR. I could be wrong though. I could be wrong. Could do more research, but I'm just assuming the next step up would be DSLR. Oh, and Grunt gonna go down. Demon Hunter not gonna fall. I like the Keeper second. Keeper second, Mass Dryads. I don't agree with the tier 3 tech from Hunter. I think just Keeper second, Mass Dryads is the best way to play this. Front. Might go down. There is a cloak for the Demon Hunter to be a little safe if things get rough, but he wouldn't have been able to make it to the back of the base there. Ensnare done in 3, 2, 1, and one of these heroes should die. But no, there's a staff actually, so maybe both could live. Ensnare off cooldown. That's gonna be just a cloak. Oh, he's got dust. Never mind. Now, Hitman. How he reacts to lures as opposed to wins. You might be familiar with how he reacts to wins, which is like a lot of towers and Raider hit and run the entire game. When it's lures, he goes for an expansion still, but without the towers. And then pumps Headhunters and Raiders. But in this case, actually, because the expansion's so late, he might be all-inning with reinforced defense towers. Also something he does sometimes. Keeper is dead. He might not need to all in at this stage, though. Hunter really just run across the map without Master Training. Okay, Master Training's done now. Dude, look how crazy Rejuve is. The entire army, minus the Blaze, attacking this bear right now. Okay, Blade is living. Or Supply versus the world. TC is now level 2. That's going to mean Stomps around, potentially. There's the Stomp. This Raider has an Ensnare. And Demon Hunter. Okay. Hey, Narcotics, thank you for the 26 months. How you doing? Appreciate you. And there's a Stomp. Okay, this Demon Hunter should now die. There it is. Okay, and that should be game 3 wrapped up. Oh, Keeper's coming back now. Keeper wants some. I gotta say, that was a kind of a silly push from Hunter. Kind of silly. And there's that expansion coming up. And more bears coming out. Is Hunter really just gonna not creep? He's got a total of like 2 camps this whole game. I guess he's just gonna go across the map again. Which in this case is good, because then he'll cancel the Great Hall.
A player's forces are under attack.
But Hitman's fine probably with losing this Great Hall, because he's gonna get the shot creep.
Town is under siege.
He's got Pillage now as well. Hunter soon to have a second orb, which is going to make quite a big difference, but he needs to keep his heroes alive. And he's going to struggle to keep his heroes alive. Especially this Keeper. Scroll of Beast was found and used. Potion of Invulnerability passed, but now the Demon Hunter's the target. Luckily, the Staff Preservation saved that DH. And Staff out on the Demon Hunter. And Hitman, not finding any sort of kills yet, but soon everything will start tumbling down. Kodo comes in, and GG has called this 2-1 for Hitman with a very nice game number 2. Hunter, just a little bit over-aggressive there, isn't he? Again, I just... like, if you're going to be that aggressive, think about this. If you're going to be that aggressive, why play Bears at all? Why not just play pure Dryad? Hitman goes TC. He goes TC. He doesn't go Shadowhunter against Lures, or against Demon Hunter in general. He always goes TC. Why not just play Mass Dryads? If you're going to be aggro anyway, play Dryads, and then after you get an advantage on 50 supply, then you tech at 50 supply. Instead of breaking upkeep, just tech, and then transition to tier 3. It's not as though Dryads with 2 orbs at their back aren't like a strong tier 3 army. Just don't know why you go tier 3 Bears and then be aggressive. Like, instead of having 2 Bears at that expo, you have like 8 Dryads. Okay, so Shallow Grave will be map number 4. Hitman 1 map away from winning. Been a couple weeks. He hasn't won in 2 weeks. Other than that, he's won every single one of these cups. I think. Yes. He's won 8. Or he's won 7, rather, of 9. This would be number 8 of 10 if he wins this one. Oh, it will be springtime. Actually, map number 4. Some confusion there. And here we go. Will it be the final game, or is Hunter going to tie things up? Here we go. Here's Hitman in the upper left, bottom right of Springtime Hunter. Played Demon Hunter here versus Insub, did he not? Or did I misremember? No, he played Keeper Demon Lures here, right? So he did play Keeper first. So we'd be surprised to see the Demon Hunter yet again here. Probably going to be Blade versus Keeper. Similar to map number 2. Lots of different heroes, though. Every game has been different heroes, but can it be different? I mean, I guess if it's Farseer against Demon Hunter, maybe then we could have 4 different hero sets in 4 different games, but that's not going to happen. It's going to be Blade versus Keeper. And here's the Blade, and there's the Keeper. As expected. Refresh. There we go. Hitman will creep this and then probably creep Jack here. I feel like I see Night Elves so often creep this camp and then try to creep this in the middle against Orc and against Undead, and it never works. Like, they almost always get creep jacked and get, you know, and don't get the camp at all. I'm wondering why they do that, but I guess, I mean, you could go here as well, and then at least it's a 50-50 as to where to creep jack, but I think you can cover both as both an Undead and an Orc. And this camp maybe just feels a little bit bad. I guess if you creep this, though, there's a third option, so maybe creeping one of these is the better, treating them sort of like the priest on LR as opposed to going to the middle, because I just feel like it doesn't work. Maybe I'll be proved wrong right now. I'll wait and see. But no, Hunter's actually going to creep this camp and just say, I want my level 2. Yeah, like you see Night Elves, like even players like Foggy and stuff, and you know Sonic and Dice creep this camp second, and Happy just shows up with level 1 DK with Coil and just goes, oh thanks, you're creeping for me, I'm just gonna last hit both of these, and then chase you around for the entire early game. with my now newly gained aura. Just don't get it. I don't get it. But Hunter gets it. And he's going to be playing Keeper Talons? Possibly. This is looking like Keeper Talons. Fourth Moonwall? Yeah, I think this is Keeper Talons confirmed. Now Hitman's the one creeping this, and he's gonna lose a grunt for it. Maybe we just don't go for this camp at all, guys. Okay, maybe we do that. I guess the deny doesn't get the archer, so Northern Isles he got the archer and got the deny and force of greater mana. So this game round it's much worse. And maybe just leave this camp alone. Maybe leave this camp alone, you guys. I miss when the acolytes were here. I like the little acolyte creeps. Hitman, by the way, with the worst 2 items. Hunter with, you know, the best and the worst. The archer is going back home. I think Hitman could have just one hit killed that. Instead, he waited for the deny, or the attempted deny. Uses the cloak. It goes back to sleep. It regens a little bit more HP. Hitman can do 1 attack on this trapper. Like, I think now he can do 1 attack on it. Oh, not with the archers here. Okay, never mind. There's level 2 for Hitman. 10,000 windwalks. Maybe a little overzealous windwalk there. And show me the winds. Goes tier 3. Demon Hunter. Ancient of Wind. Hitman should expect this because he saw 3 archers. Whereas Hunter, of course, played Huntresses when he played Lores last game, so. Hitman should have the read. Hunter being a little bit telegraphed, I gotta say, versus ORC. He does a lot of the same things depending on what strategy he does. I guess it's all right. I mean, you shouldn't rely on gimmicks like surprising your opponent, but with Night Elf, you can definitely do that. You can definitely surprise your opponent and make them go for the wrong counter. Balls +9, this Keeper. Do a lot more damage than the Blade, I'll tell you that. Greater mana. Gonna help the Shadow Hunter do more damage, though. Oh, wakes up the creeps. Luckily, they don't have Ensnare. That's some efficient creeping. Level 3. Just on time for the Shadow Hunter to be here, and he should give solo XP to the Shadow. Nice. Yeah, this is flowing quite well for Hitman. If he can only find Hunter. And find the winds. Ooh, can he cancel? No, he can cancel the shop. One more hit. Does he cancel? Okay, he does. And no dust for Hunter, so won't be able to see this. Yeah, now the Blade has enough Windwalk to stick around for quite a while because he can eat a mana burn and still have another Windwalks. Hunter going straight across map. The Shadow Hunter, there's a Shaman with him, so he can get level 2. And with all these wards, I guess he could just stay here. Oh, nice blind dust. Is that what that was? Nicely done. Oh, and the Blade soaks up some of that XP, I think. Maybe it didn't. Hunter going very aggressive. I guess buying time for the tier 3.
A player's forces are under attack.
Hitman, of course, knows about the wins. Doesn't go tier 3, however, which is his typical response to Keeper wins. A little bit differently. Maybe he's just delaying the tier 3 tech. Perhaps. Or maybe he's going to go for an expansion. Keeper might do some serious damage to that grunt because there's no purge currently.
A player's forces are under attack.
I like that the blade's keeping the mana pot because the Shadowhunter won't really need it. Like, if he had it, it wouldn't make a big difference if they got into a fight right now because it's level 2, but it would make a big difference if the blade got, say, surrounded or caught out of position or was able to get a kill on the Keeper, something like that. So I like that he's keeping this on the blade for the time being until they actually get into a serious fight. Demon Hunter has Orb and Tinker right away. This is such an aggressive Hunter. Where are even the Talons? Okay, now they're meeting up. And just... Oh, was Hitman already build the Great Hall? Okay, no, he didn't. Maybe just build a shop. Maybe just build a shop, because this is a hard fight to hold. But the Demon Hunter's level 1. Why not just go Naga or something if you're going to be this aggro, really? Like, the Demon Hunter has barely any experience. I think Naga would be, like, objectively better, actually. Or, like, a... I guess, maybe a Fire Lord? Beastmaster? These would all be better than the Demon Hunter currently. Probably Fire Lord best of all those, honestly. Blade Master taking a lot of damage. Might have to pass that greater mana. There it is. But do you really want to use the greater mana in a fight that you're probably not going to win? Note, if he built the shop right when I said, it would almost be finishing by now. Just want to point that out to you guys. Demon Hunter goes down. Okay. Tinker goes... Okay. The TP was past the Tinker as well. This was not an impressive game from Hunter, I'll be honest with you guys. He's just being so aggressive the last 2 games. He's just moving across the map over and over and over again. It's as though, like, his master training finishes for either his Talons or his Bears, and he's just supposed to win the fight immediately.
Player's forces are under attack.
Like, Hitman was about to expand. When your opponent expands, that automatically gives you an extra 2 minutes to prepare a push. In most cases, I'd say. And Hitman, yeah, just in a fantastic position. Look at the experience. The Demon Hunter's still level 1, because Hunter just didn't creep. Nor did he move his Ancient of War to creep this. The easy camp to creep off the hop. Hunter just really has no chances anymore. The heroes are too under-leveled, simply put. And another greater mana for Hitman. Hitman's going to be 4-4, and the Demon Hunter's struggling to get level 3. And Lionhorn. It's not bad on Talons. Lionhorn. Oh, it's not bad on Shamans. And Blade Masters. Things like that. And Raiders, you know. Shadowhunters. Imagine if it worked on Serpent Wards. That would be wicked. If auras worked on Serpent Wards. Hashtag make auras work for Serpent Wards, everybody. At me on Twitter. Yeah, Hunter crept 1 camp. And here's the all-in. With a lot of wisdom, it could be a scary all-in, but the Demon Hunter, level 1 mana burn still, and the Shadowhunters essentially has infinite mana against only level 1 mana burn. 50 versus 50, though. The Great Hall not up yet. Mirror Image. Gonna force an extra Cyclone every time the Blade is off the ground. Unless you purge the real Blade. More Mirror Image. He knows which one's the real Blade now. But another Mirror Image. That makes 3 Mirror Images. Pretty nice usage so far. The Tinker and the Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage. Tinker still has the Town Portal. Should pass that over before he dies, because he's going to die. Demon Hunter falls, Tinker falls yet again, and GG well played is called. Congrats. Nice try to Hunter. He did it last week, just couldn't do it this week. Like I said, I just don't think those were the greatest 2 games for Hunter. The first game was really good. Second game was closer, and then the last 2 games were just maybe a little bit uninspired, I would say, from Hunter. But Hitman shows up again. Took him a couple weeks, but he managed to make it work. And he definitely makes it work. Definitely makes it work. 3-1. 3-1. And pretty stacked bracket. Unfortunately, we didn't see Sonic or Lucy sign up when they were both, well, check in when they were both signed up. Still a good tournament. Still a good tournament. We got to see Fish versus Pato, which I think was a great series. Obviously, the Insult versus Duck game, but we still got to see about half of. It was nice. A lot of good games today. A lot of good games. That's not it for the week. I'll be back on Friday for the Back to Warcraft Weekly Cup. Hopefully a little bit less tired this week. I now, it's kind of a bummer. I now have a show every Thursday. So I don't get home till about 2 a.m., 2:30 every Thursday. So I just got to try to fall asleep right away after my shows on Thursday, so then I can wake up and be at least a little bit awake every Friday, because that's unfortunate, and that's just going to be what every Thursday and Friday is going to be from now on. So hopefully I can find a way to make it work where it's not just a bad cast every week. Hopefully.